Hi, in this quick video I'm just going to use PlastEasy to fix up this little aerial. It's got these suction cups that came with it, and they're made of this rubbery plastic, and the screw that goes in is kind of making its own thread, so it doesn't hold on very well. I don't know if you can see this. I'll hold it up to the camera. It's basically like this screwing in to the rubber, and so it's kind of deteriorating and coming out. So this is a really ideal thing for PlastEasy, because what you're going to do is fill the hole here when it's hot, put the screw right in while it's hot, and let it go cold. Then what's going to do is it's actually going to set around the screw and create a solid plastic thread in there. So I don't need much for this. I'm going to add a small piece into the pan. The water's already at the right temperature. Now it's quite thick. If you're reusing PlastEasy that you've used before, the time it takes to get moldable will depend on how thick a piece is, because the heat has to transfer all the way through the plastic, and plastic is quite a good insulator for heat. It won't go straight through as quickly as it does when you first use pellets, because they're all of an even size and shape, and it's only a few millimeters from the outside to the inside. So here you can see the outside is starting to turn clear, and we'll give that a few minutes until it's gone completely clear. So here it's been about a minute, and you can see we've got a good change of colour there. The outside border is getting bigger, the clearness is getting bigger, and the inside is getting smaller. And depending on what you want to use it for, this might be the fine temperature, because it'll still be really good to mould with the hands at this point. It'll be really soft. But what I want is to get it into a very small space inside the suction cup, so it needs to be as malleable as possible. So I want it to be as clear as possible, so I can push the piece in there quickly. So for this one I'm going to let it go all the way. Now there are other ways of heating PlastEasy, and you'll see these in our maker's guide. For example, you could be using a skillet or an oven, or direct heat with something like a blowtorch or a hairdryer. The reason I'm not using that here is the water is the easiest way to do it and most stable, but also the thing I'm moulding with, this suction cup, is also going to be influenced by heat. It's going to be affected by heat. So if I start waving a blowtorch, it could actually melt this as well. So it's a really safe and simple way. It's a slow way of transferring heat, and it's reliable and predictable. Now if I was making an intricate shape, I'd have some cold water ready, because as soon as you've got it in the shape you want, you're going to cool it off to make it hard. But here I don't need that. I'm just going to put it into the suction cup and let it go cold. So here we go. I think that's ready now. I'm going to pull that out of the water. And I really need the tiniest bit, and the trick's going to be getting a good bit into the really small hole. So I'm going to just twist it together, keep it nice and small, push it in there, a bit extra, push it over the top. Okay, now go straight away onto the mounting bracket, pushing that in there. Don't even need to screw it in nice and tidy, just get it in there while it's still warm. That feels really tight to me there. I don't know if you can see on the camera if you look really close too, but you can see the modified one here has got like a whitey centre. The original one is the thread still going into the rubber. This one's still working okay, so I'm not fixing this one up yet, but this one had got to a point where it just started to become unusable. So what's happening now, that's cooling off in there. I'm going to leave that probably for half an hour or so to get fully set, because I don't want it to be at all disturbed, because if you just disturb the thread, it's going to be no good. This one I really want the thread to be set solid around the screw. So there you go. That's now fixed up in just a few moments with PlastEasy.